Hey, you guys, we are back to do another review of the Never Ever Meets. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Let's get into it.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's going on, KoEd Ken folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney Eddie. It's been a minute, man. I ain't seen y'all in a while. Okay, how y'all doing out there in the internet world? Anywho, this is Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my irritating, annoying wife.
Kourtney, also known as Coco. That's who I am.
This is Kourtney Eddie. This channel is all about relationships, reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. Now, if I did her like this, she'd be crying and complaining and whining.
Crying?
Yeah.
No.
Stop, you read the room. You play too much. But yeah, but she can do me like that. It's no problem.
That's it.
But anyway, welcome back to another review of the Ever Never Mets. She messed me up, man. You play too much, man.
Thank you, because now I get to irritate you like you irritate me.
Don't worry about it. You're going to get yours back. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
No, you wasn't finished.
I finished. I said we're doing a review of Never Ever Met.
Some of your brand
new. You play too much and pay attention. You know I was done. You play too much, man.
So if you are brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the like and follow and all those good things, child. Right now we're down to one video a week and we be struggling to do that.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, it's like now since there's no shows out, he's like, man, what's the use of doing this show? I'm just saying, I like to have my weekends to myself now, man. Shoot. I watched Castlevania last night on Netflix. It was 8 episodes, 30 minutes long. It felt good to just sit down now and binge watch a TV show. I ain't had to do nothing. Go upstairs, grab some snacks, go back downstairs and plop on the couch, yum, 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 yum. Scroll, yum, yum, yum. Yeah, man, that was a good Saturday. And she's in her room. Good Saturday. I had to lock her in her room. So
I was in the office.
No, I locked you in your room. You said, let me out. No, I ain't letting you out. Oh, enjoy my Saturday.
And this is what you get when you do stuff like that, a snack body. Run upstairs, get my snack. You get a whole snack body. So that's what you get. So yeah, Netflix snack body.
You got a fupa too now. Oh, you got all right, sidebar. We was at the grandbaby little karate thing. Why I want to do karate with little kids, I don't know. Anyway, and she had a dress on. I said, you look good, baby. You look good. And she did a sideways pose. That little fupa said, fupa. It was sticking out. And I said, oh, no, she ain't talking about my stomach.
I never said my stomach was flat. I've always said I had a little fupa.
I said, a little? Negro, I'll start card over. No.
What is this then?
I'm a man.
What is this?
I'm a man.
Yours is a whole kangaroo pouch. A whole one. Anyway. So it starts out is the name of it is Bet You Won't Stop, baby. Bet You Won't Kiki No More.
Oh, that's right. You won't Kiki no more. You bother me when I'm doing the intro. It's not why I bother you. You don't like it, do you? You don't like it.
You've been bothering me ever since 2018.
That's all right.
17.
You knew you was getting what you was getting when you married me.
Yeah, but I taper that right on down because you don't do it as much. So yes, I know how to do what I need to do. So anyway, it started out with what's his name?
Clavacia.
No, his name is Ty.
No.
Ty is fixing Brittany breakfast because baby he done learned, child. I gotta put her for. Always put your woman first. Ain't that song? What that song is?
Jaheim.
Yeah, he said,
always
put your woman first. So now he done learned.
Yeah, don't put her last.
Chris was like, man.
Your ass.
Chris was like, man, you setting the bar too high now. You fixing her breakfast, taking up to her room. Now we got to do stuff like that. So, bruh, I was like, Ty can't win for losing.
See, either you please your woman Or please your friends.
Well, first of all, they ain't friends like that. They all in different states.
If you allow me to finish.
They gonna say, "What's wrong with y'all?" That child, it's been a while, so I guess we don't know how to work together no more.
Oh, I was saying, by pleasing your woman, sometimes you're gonna displease your friends, okay? Because they're gonna look at you, oh man, he's a simp. No, man, the man is trying to please the person that's gonna be there for him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna be here for him like that. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all gonna color with Ty when he gets sick? No. Y'all gonna fix him soup when he gets sick? No. So bunk y'all, man. Yes, I'm gonna please my woman. And now he get, like you said, he getting chastised because he's doing that. Oh man, what Chris said, he doing what woman supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I was like,
that's
doing too much. I hope he was just playing.
If he wasn't playing, that's a narrow-minded person, in my opinion.
In fact, he been fixing y'all food. So what you gonna say about that?
He jealous. Man, don't fix our food. Fix our food first.
So, in the next scene, you got Tatiana and Kiki. That they're talking. So Kiki was saying, "Okay, girl, I see you and Clay. Y'all getting real close and stuff like that. You gonna take it to the next level?" She was like, "Well, right now I just want to kiss. I enjoy the kissing and stuff like that. I kind of move slow in that area, so I'm just enjoying where we are." I was like, "Girl, please don't."
It's too late. He already got the draw. He already GTD'd her. He GTD'd her. GTD'd her.
So Taronda coming out, I was like, is she on the show? Because that split was way up there to her Cookie Monster.
I said, that's why she didn't move. She move a lot when she stood. She stood still.
Like, what is she doing?
I said, dude, is there pants under there or some kind of tights? No.
And then I seen when they showed the back view, I said she got that one leg out so you could see that split. Because I thought at first it just went all the way down, it was a split. But now I was like, what? Why is she?
Well, you're right. You saw all her little cookies, man.
The camera angle was too low. If it was high up, you wouldn't be able to see it like that.
The cameraman knew what he was doing. Yeah, he said, "Look at her cookies, y'all." And that's why
I thought the Cookie Monster.
That's why Chris was like looking at her, and she said,
"He couldn't spell no word."
Yeah,
right.
He couldn't spell right.
So they're playing a game, and it's called how well you know your partner. So they got a board, and so it was kind of like if me and Eddie they give us a question, we would answer it.
We would lose. We would lose.
So like, what is your partner's favorite color?
She said, I asked her that. She said, all of them.
I don't really have a favorite color. I never have.
What's my favorite color? She said, yeah, you said silver? But anyway, my favorite color. I never
said it. I said, you don't have one.
Yeah, mine is gray. Because I'm already...
No, you said silver.
Yeah,
and I said,
I like my car silver or black. But I like my clothes gray and black. Gray and black, yeah. I say my two favorite colors, silver and black.
Yeah. It depends on, like, if you're talking about an outfit or something like that, it depends on the clothes because it's gonna look different.
Now
people would say pink is a good shade for me, like this.
I think we've probably been very competitive in the game because they would ask what kind of food you like. I know what kind of food you like.
Yeah,
seafood.
What's my favorite food?
Crab legs.
Yeah, that was seafood. If you want to say yeah. And I was knowing yours is fried pork chops.
Fried pork chops. When y'all bury me, put fried pork chops stuff.
Like they said, also, what is her signature drink? Her signature cocktail.
Yeah, you Margarita. Marietta.
Margarita.
Margarita.
Margarita. What do you have a gut in? I said the tongue.
I don't know.
Margarita.
I only said she likes a fruity drink. Give her one of the fruity drinks.
So anyway, as they were doing the also asking a whole bunch of questions that they didn't show all, like, what's better, dating online or in real life? Everybody said dating in real life is better, but Chris said online, Chad.
I kind of agree with Chris.
He said you ain't got to worry about no dates.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk away from the phone.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about this, that,
you ain't got to put that much work into it.
Yeah.
Man. I think when he said better, I guess he thought which one is easier.
Yeah.
Online dating is easier because you really don't have to put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
But if you really want to get to know a person, let's keep it real,
But Alexis was mad because she was like, "Oh, really? Really?"
Uh-huh.
And so and then he said, "Well, you asked what was easier." She said, "No, I asked which is better." Like,
I think Chris didn't know how to spell. He didn't know the answers because he was looking at what's the name? Split. You looking at a Split, man.
So let's see. Yeah, because Chris was just saying it's less stress when you dating online. Is it okay? And I know we know this was messy production. Is it okay for your partner to keep secrets in a relationship from each other? And everybody was like, no. Everybody was like, no. And we all know, everybody know, I guess, but Tatiana, but we all know Clay's secret. So
what's the name? Grandma didn't know either.
Alexis, she was like, when they talk about secrets, she, did her hand like that. And then Toronto was like, well, when I said that, what's all the snickering and all that stuff, whatever. So Chris was and Brandon were talking. They was like, I ain't like the way Alexis just, basically pointing, Clay out like that. And so, he wanted to talk to her. And so he wanted to talk to her and all that stuff, whatever. So they sit down and they have a conversation. You want to talk about that, baby?
Basically, he's saying, stop being messy, old woman. You know what I'm saying? I know there's an age gap between us, but apparently I'm acting like the mature one. You're not. You don't know what this person is dealing with. You don't know all the secrets, but you up here sniggling and Kiki and Kaka and touching Clay like that. You don't know the whole story. So basically, chill out and stop being messy because it seems like it's messy to me. And everybody else know that they didn't like what you was doing because it seemed messy. Now, to Grandma's defense, she don't know all the secrets. She still thinks they talking about the time he said he was a virgin. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and he
ate vegan,
a virgin.
You want me to agree with that?
But he ate meat in secret under the covers. So see, Grandma thought they were still talking about that, but no, Grandma don't know about the side baby. First of all, it's not a side baby; it's a baby that Tatiana don't know about, and Clay won't tell her about. So that's basically what Chris was telling Alexis. But
Alexis was just saying she didn't know, and I agree. Like she was like, well, I didn't know. I was just making fun of the food thing or whatever. And so, that spiel that he was like, well, you just don't know. Well, the girl just didn't know. Like, you got to give her grace on that. She just didn't know. She was just thought that everybody knew about that particular thing.
I think Chris wanted something on Alexis so he could fuss her about it.
He wanted to chastise her.
Yeah, because he really don't. I don't think Chris feeling Alexis like that.
Mm-mm.
Especially since she, he said she bossy and she got to get her way. So he wanted something on her so he could kind of humble her.
Yeah. So yeah, but she didn't give him no pushback and nothing like that. She was basically like,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I wanted to go back to this. So who won? Now Jay and Cinco thought that they was just the cream crop, honey. They know everything, hands down. They got it, bam, bam, boom. I thought they won too, but of course we didn't see all the questions that was asked. But it seems as though Tatiana and Clay won, just to put the cherry on top of this disaster, honey.
They know each other a lot, apparently.
Well, do they?
I'm just saying.
But who was the worst was Charlie and Jade. And they was like, well, those questions, honey, we done covered that years ago. So we don't know about favorite colors and all that stuff. That stuff is trivial to us because we know each other. I said, dude, really? Neither one of y'all knew y'all had a little fresh baby out there. So I don't understand this of we know each other, but we're going to keep certain things from each other.
Well, they know each other surface-wise. Okay, but when it got deeper, like you said, they don't know each other like that. So, how you think Jamie Foxx and what's her name? Charlie. They just kept things surface. Yeah.
And when I'm sorry, go ahead, babe.
I'm done now.
And one thing that when Chris was saying that the people in the house talking about Alexa, I said ain't no people in the house. He wanted to put it on the people. He talking about him. And probably him and Brandon. You know what I'm saying? The people in the house saying, yeah.
All he needed one more person to say people. And so he's right.
So let's move on. So Clay and Tatiana are making tacos for everybody. Y'all know one couple got to cook for the other couple. So Alexis come in and she said, listen, Clay, I want to apologize for when I was making those remarks.
Okay.
And he is sweating.
All right, okay, Alexis. Okay.
And I just wanted to say,
you good.
Nothing about
I'm surprised he pushed out the kitchen.
Other secrets.
You good.
I was just talking about the secret
good
with the meat.
Okay.
That's the only secret I was talking about.
Okay, we get it. I
wasn't trying to disturb nobody.
Hey, we good, baby.
And I didn't want no
Okay. Bye. Okay, bye. Shh, go on. We good. That's what he wanted to do, but he couldn't push it out the kitchen.
He decided to push Brittany out the kitchen. He told Brittany, get out. I can't tell the other girl, so I'm taking it out on you. Can you get out the kitchen?
That joke was sweat. He said, man, I had to go outside. All he needed was a cigarette. He went outside to calm down. Too much going on in there, man. So, yeah, man.
I was like, and then Alexis called him to the side. Can I talk to you for a minute? Now, I want to know what secret you got.
But see, that she went too far.
Yeah,
Grandma, you going too far.
I'm getting her some flowers.
Yeah.
I was like, please explain why you calling her grandma so somebody can.
Here's the reason why I call her grandma. And I would never call the grandma. The first episode, she said, I can't deal with people my age, guys my age, because, what she said, they can't bring it, they wore out, something like that, per se. You know what I'm saying? I said, huh? Yeah, they just don't have that energy like, the young guys. I'm saying, hold up. You put those old heads down, and because you feel like they can't, no, she said, guys her age can't keep up. That's what she was saying. So I said, so that's why I just kind of took offense to that, because I'm going to look older than her, and I most definitely can keep up. And so, yeah, that's why I call her grandma. And she gets to the younger guy, now she can't keep up with him.
So, yeah, that's why I hope this might accidentally cut it off. And I didn't want to be doing too much on here, so I got on here. So, hopefully, y'all can still hear me.
You do so much. You're so extra for no reason.
Hey,
so extra.
The extraness got us on here as a brand called Kourtney Eddie. All right. There you go.
Lose weight.
So, anyway, as they were talking about that, he kicked Brittany out instead of Alexis and stuff. So, let's move down. So, Clay was getting up. After, they fixed all the dinner and the dinner looked good and all that stuff, whatever. So he get up and make his grandstand and he.
Before we start eating, I want to let you know, I came in for her, my woman, but it's like I met a new family. We just close. I'm learning from everybody, and I just love you guys. I love you guys, and I love this woman right here. I love her.
He said, "I love you."
I don't know. Obviously, I'm putting the sauce to it. Yeah. And she was just eating it up. Matter of fact, before y'all start eating, hold on. He brought some flowers. Here you go, baby. I know you like stuff, services and whatnot. Here you go. And I'll just let you know, I love you. And, we start, everything's going good with us. And I want to continue on. And the thing about all of that is that as he was saying this, the guys was laughing because they know what's going on.
Yep. They laughing. The girls that do know
Charlotte,
snickling and grinning and stuff like that or whatever, they said, you big dummy. Ain't that what Fred Sanford said? You big dummy.
Women, I know if you answer this in the comments, if y'all was in the house and y'all knew the secret, would y'all tell Tatiana? Or will y'all just let her ride out? What would you?
I would tell her. Because at that point, I wouldn't want nobody to let me go that deep in, especially having sex with somebody that go that deep in, especially with my heart. I would tell her. Now, some people may say, I mind my business, but I promise you, the girl gonna come back and say, who all knew?
That's the issue I'm looking at. And
y'all
in my face laughing stuff, and y'all ain't told me nothing.
So I would say, this would have been how I would have approached you. I said, listen, bro, you got to tell her before I tell her. So you decide, and they ain't finna go out with you out telling her, because I think Charlie was saying she overheard it or something. So I know, so you need to tell her, because she can no longer look like a fool, even though the other people saying he got her looking like a fool. So
how long would you let her ride though? How long would you let her ride?
I don't know if he doing a whole lot of extra stuff like the flowers and I love you, and she's sitting in dude lap just.
I'm talking they were like kissing down. Like,
we here. Do y'all know we here?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be that guy, but I probably as she was sitting in his lap kissing him down, I said, "Hold up, hey girl, you know you got a baby, right?" I just had to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if I know that and you sitting in his lap kissing him down like that, I'm gonna have to say, man, and I'm trying to eat. I was like, hey, I hate to be that dude, but hey,
Yeah, it becomes too cringe at that point because she is falling, but she's saying in her confessional that she didn't want to fall too deep because she feel like he holding a secret. I don't know about that, honey, because I can't tell, girl. You is smitten, you is falling. He seemed like everything you wanted. So let's move on. So the next scene, you got them playing a game called Never Ever Have I Ever.
I will never play that game.
I ain't never played.
I
I've
never
never
will.
played it
I
before.
never will. I never will.
We'll play when this game go off.
Have you ever had a threesome? Have you had? See, I'm not gonna play that game. Too many secrets. Have you ever?
Well, it depends on how deep you want to go with the questions.
Yeah.
Like you could be light.
Some people go deep.
Well, of course, this a show, and then plus they don't all know each other. So they was playing the game and stuff like that. So one thing that Tatiana said, dang. Dang, Clay show tapped out quick, honey. He was bloop, 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 boom. So whatever questions, honey, he done did all of them. I was thinking they were gonna say, have you ever had a baby outside or something like that?
Oh, have you ever had a secret and you haven't told nobody? And he had to say something and Kiki would have to say something.
Yeah, but that joke a lie, so he would have been like them hands would have been pointed, honey.
See, and he knows that if you tell Tatiana about the baby now, he can never recover from that.
Yeah.
Because now she ain't gonna trust him with a crap.
Because he with a love bomb. And I think what's his name? Jared said something like that, like love bombing.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jerry, you had a secret too, so pipe down. Like, stop. You and Charlie had a secret, but y'all did go into it on the first episode of the second. And
got it out the way.
And went ahead and got it out the way before y'all caught too many feelings and all that stuff, whatever. So I applaud y'all for doing that. Now, Kiki, on the other hand, but one thing, Kiki ain't letting him get in a whole lot close like that.
Plus, Kiki really ain't told nobody about a secret.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than the therapist.
So, they was talking about, have you ever kissed the same sex before? And, whoever hands went up, down, or stayed in place. But they did pan that camera to Ty, honey. He was a little confused on that question.
He said, you talking about your daddy?
No, he was like, wait, hold up. Yeah, no, what? No. I mean, if you talking about my dad or somebody, no, that ain't what they talking about, man. We just ain't about parents.
Yeah.
So, but it was funny because they all laughed. But I guess you just got confused. Have you ever slept with somebody, like several people in the same day? And you can talk about what happened with Cinco and Jay.
So Jay, she put her finger down because they asked the question, have you ever slept with two different people within 24 hours? And she put her finger down, and Cinco said, when this happened? And she said, I don't want to talk about it. It has been like within a year. So she didn't answer the question. He says, did it happen since April? Because they've been talking like for 5 months. And she still didn't answer the question. So she's getting upset. And Cinco getting upset because she won't answer the question. Which I understand where Cinco coming from. Let me know when this happened. Was it happening when we was talking? Let me know. And then it made sense because she did sleep with Cinco on the first day when they got there. They went took a shower together. So I'm saying, okay, yeah, I can see her sleeping with two different guys in one day because it's like she don't care about it. She's.
Well, dudes do that. So what is that?
Yeah, she's laying low. And spraying the wine.
And so is me.
I'm not saying, but
don't be acting like women just and men don't. Child, they be sleeping with 4 women in a day. Long they little weedy, we can get on up.
I have no issue with women sleeping with 4 or 5 guys in one day. Okay, yeah, men can do it, women can do it, but. It's with women, it's come with a stigma. That's all to it. It's unfair, but it's a stigma
definitely
to it.
Unfair.
You know what I'm saying? But so he getting upset and she got upset. My question, like I said, my thing was answer the question. That's all she had to do, but she refused to answer the question. And sometimes women do that because you can't tell me what to say. I ain't gonna answer you if I want to. They think it's a power control thing, but it's not. The dude just want an answer. Because sometimes you do it. Can you answer the question? You ain't my dad. I'm not trying to be your dad. Just answer the question.
Ain't nothing in the long time.
It ain't even. I was like, God, man. Sometimes a lot of guys ask just being legitimate, answering a question, ask you a question. They don't want to try to control you. They don't want to try to rule you. They're not trying to have power of you. They just want to know an answer to a question.
Same. Woman
Y'all
ain't trying to
women,
be no boss. Ain't
yeah.
trying to be your mama. Same.
It depends, cause sometimes you
Same.
cross that line. That line be right here,
Same.
and you come way over here.
Same. Keep going. Hey, what's the question? You finished with that part?
You boss me. That's right. You know who you, man. That's right. I'm the boss.
I
I'm the
didn't-
boss.
That's what you say. I don't say that I'm the boss.
You
You said
do.
you're so bossy. Once you call me, that's okay. And I take that I am the boss. Then that's where you feel, employee. Clock in. So anyway, in the next scene, you got Jay sister. She's coming. I tell you, they be whipping them in quick and running them up out of there fast. And
They don't want to pay that per diem.
I don't know what they what they come for. They might well do it over the internet, Skype them or something. So Jay's sister,
Who's still Skype?
I know. That's
Who's showing your age?
Yeah.
Boy? You should.
But I promise you, Skype, I think still exists though. I think it still exists.
Happy Mother's Day and Grandmother's Day. Show your age.
Hey, I'm proud to say I'm 50. I'm proud to say that.
Who says Skype nowadays? It's all about Zoom, man.
Oh yeah, let's do Zoom. I mean Zoom, Skype, it don't matter.
Skype, Skype no more.
Okay, let's see what old words you go say. Y'all heard that song? Y'all remember that? Don't y'all remember that song? Yeah, that's what you gonna do.
Get on back to the show. Get on back to the show.
Y'all remember that?
Get on back to the show.
You all your little stories, child, just like a pawpaw sitting out there on the porch. Let me tell you what happened to me when I was young. So,
Yet the person that talked my ear off in the car, guess what happened? And showed me old pictures. I'm like, okay, you don't want to reminisce all morning.
Well, actually, I was actually going and trying to find a picture because my friend passed in December of 2023. And so I actually was looking for a picture to send her mom to say Happy Mother's Day. So that's probably when my emotions started shifting in that moment.
He's like, you like to make me look bad.
No, I was just telling you the truth. So anyway, so Jay's sister, so she come and she was telling her about, what happened and all that stuff, whatever. And Jay was just saying, now all the other couples think we normal and stuff because we had an argument. I was like, Jay, and I get it. I guess because she played basketball, she's very competitive. So her and Cinco are competitive and they think they're above the average and they're above everybody else. And they was like, I think when Cinco was telling his friend, he was like, we ain't got we don't have argument like the other couples. Like everything they're doing, they're comparing it to the other couples. I was like, yep, y'all got kicked right on off of that high horse on it because now y'all is good and regular because now y'all had to get up and walk out and deal with y'all issues. I mean, y'all still getting to know each other. So it is what it is. You may be emotionally more mature than some of it and probably not holding them secrets like some of them, but still, I mean, don't be so hard on yourself. You want to say something?
Yeah, you can't be hard on yourself, man. You're gonna have bumps in the road, especially when you're trying to get to know somebody. So that's part of the course, man. So you just gotta expect that. So, and also y'all gotta humble yourselves too, man. Don't look down on other people because they're having more issues than you are. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They might outlast your relationship. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So they can turn around and look down on you if they want to. So yeah, just chill with that.
Because some relationships may start out bumpy and rump and rumpy and bumpy. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say rough. But it does not necessarily mean that they can't evolve from that. Right. And, because sometimes when you have arguments, it does bring you closer together. Yeah, you haven't got my book yet, Swipe Right After 40. So how would you know? Go and get my book, Swipe Right After 40. And don't forget that I have a new podcast called The New Era. So yes, and it is syndicated. It's iHeart, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, what is it? Spotify. It's in more all wherever you stream your podcast, you should be able to pick it up. But yeah.
What's a podcast? Just a podcast right here, right?
That's what the people say. But yeah. So yeah, so y'all make sure y'all do that because you want to hear about the big things that's popping off. Because I got something else I can't tell y'all now that I'm working on. That's probably why, honey, we don't be out here but once a week, Chad. But anyway, so on that note, that Taurine, that's Cinco friend, so he comes on and he was telling him, Cinco was telling him, man, she was trying to keep that secret from me, yada yada yada. You want to tell him, baby?
Yeah, basically, his friend.
You mansplain it.
his friend basically, actually he was roommate. I guess they from Atlanta. He was roommates in Atlanta, so that's how he kind of hooked up with Jay through his friend, because somehow he saw Jay on his friend's Facebook page, and he asked a friend about Jay, and that's how they hooked up. Anyway, so he said, man, his friend said, man, you're gonna bump heads, you're gonna have, arguments, so it's gonna make y'all closer, make you stronger, and and he basically was saying, if it happened before y'all dated, it shouldn't matter. And Jay said, yeah, I get that, but it's not even that. It's just she don't answer the question. And so they got up and went there and talked to the sister.
And the sister was like, listen, y'all gonna have to communicate. Like, my sister, you gonna have to communicate. You can't be shutting down. You don't know this man like that. You still trying to get to know him. So they'll be telling me, so I ain't got to answer none of your questions. It ain't like y'all been together 10, 15 years. At that point, you can say that.
I disagree with that too.
Yeah, I do too.
I disagree with that part.
But she was like, but right now, y'all trying to get to know each other. So she was like, well.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. And I could be wrong, but if the roles were reversed, would Jay get the same? Would she be one answer from Cinco? You know what I'm saying? And so something like that. Just answer the man. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably want that same answer from him when it's your turn to ask a question. And like he said, all you had to do is say yes or no. It's not like you got to explain this and explain that. Just say yes or no. We can move on. If she would say yes or no, like you said, we wouldn't be sitting here arguing right now. But for some reason, I don't even think it was like, oh yeah, I had to answer him because I'm hiding something. I think the reason why she didn't want to answer him because she felt like he was trying to control her. It was a power thing. And like you said, they both competitive, you know what I'm saying?
She looked like she could fight.
Oh, yeah.
She looked like she'll fight a dude.
Oh, she was 6 foot, right? 5'11".
Not even talking about that. It's just her maybe because she got a little roughness because she played basketball.
Yeah,
But she looked like she will fight a dude. So, Cinco, she will fight you.
Cinco tall too now.
Yeah, well, how you got to do it? Did you tell me that? I ain't got nothing to do
with
that.
I know that. I'm just saying. I just reneged on my own statements.
Ooh, hypocrite. So anyway, you got in the next scene, you got I need to find a word from him. Oh, faking clay. Oh, lying clay. Oh, fake flossing clay. Just a lump of clay.
What's his name? Clavacia?
Ain't that some liquor?
Yeah, it's Clavacia.
How old is he that his mama named him out some liquor?
I think he's like 30, 31, 32.
They had some Clavacia back then.
Yeah, Clavacia back then. Mom got drunk. Yeah, come get it, baby. And had sex. Popped out. Look, he came by because I had some Clavacia that night. That's how he came about.
His mom probably hid him too. And she probably didn't tell the baby dad start moving on and dating somebody else. Right? But anyway, so they in that scene and stuff like that. And so she was just saying, I noticed that your mood changed. During the, dinner, he was like, yeah, people was coming at me from left and right, calling me names. I was getting, and so she was like, so you good? He was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that wasn't the case why I used like that.
No, at all.
You thought somebody was gonna spill that secret. That's the reason why he's acting that way.
So she said, what about so she was just saying that, she thanked him for the flowers. She was like, I what is called, my love language is affection and acts of service. So I thank you for the flowers. That meant a lot. You kind of set the bar high. I said, girl, don't talk too soon, Chad. So but she said, I love you. And I think that may have been the first time she said it. And he said that same. Yeah, he said it too. And he smooching her down.
I said, oh, now after she said I love you, now he got his hooks into her like that. Now he can tell the secret because he feel like she ain't going nowhere because she's too deep in. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason I think he ain't told him.
That's not smart.
I totally agree.
You don't want them to get that because they have been and pulled a knife on you.
I totally agree. But some guys, I think if they hold back, they holding back. If the woman fall from real hard, when they tell that woman the secret, they're gonna be hurt, but they ain't gonna go nowhere. Because they put too much work in it, and they got too much, too much of feelings involved, so we just walk away. And I really, to be honest with you, I really think that's what he's counting on. he's counting on that she's gonna fall madly in love with him. So when he do tell the secret, yeah, she might be upset, but she's gonna be in love with him too much just to walk away.
Man, that's a little stupid. So if Clay, you watching this, I'm quite sure Tatiana is still not with you, and that's a little stupid. Now we know Alicia was over here and she was laughing at our comment because we had talked about her speaking in tongues and still trying to hurt that man. Still being mean, but she said we was hilarious. I don't know if she meant that from her heart or what, but anyway,
She said, "I need my peace."
Yes, she did.
My peace.
Sha-na-na. So Tatiana told him, said, I think you need to apologize to Brittany because you kind of, went off on her and stuff like that. At this point, to me, in my opinion, I think the guilt of what he hadn't said yet and what it is, he's willing to do anything.
Oh man, she can get him jump through the ring of fire. Yep. He would do it, man, because
sure, you're right.
But the point is, you can do all of that. You want to do Clavacia, but eventually you're gonna have to tell her. You're gonna have to tell her, and you better hope and pray
that she don't get them knives in the kitchen.
The worst thing she's gonna do is walk away. You better hope and pray that's the worst thing she's gonna do. She look like
she'll
away.
fight you too. She look like
she don't like she'll fight. She like she gonna cut somebody.
That's what I mean. Like it seems like her anger can run a little deep.
Yeah,
if you hurt her,
you should grab something. Slice.
Baby, she don't eat meat, but she probably will cut it.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a lot to slice up, honey. He got a lot to slice.
Clavacia, he is thick.
He's thick, man.
He's a thick boy.
He take that shirt off. I said, whoosh, yeah, it's a lot of meat. It's a lot of meat.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. When he took his shirt off, he gives me hope. I can take my shirt off.
Yeah, when we go to the beach, so baby, make sure you take your shirt out and just let
it gives me hope. I ain't say I was gonna do it, but that time he went to Vegas, man. Some people just don't care.
You should do it, baby.
It's not.
Be you.
I gotta shave my chest and stuff and shave my back.
What I do?
Because if I don't shave, they're gonna hit me with a tranquilizer like I'm a wolf or something.
So it seemed like, honey, that was it. You got the tacos, you got the margaritas with the berries in it, you had the flowers. He played it up. I love you too, and bam, off to the boom boom room.
And they just didn't hug. They didn't just kiss. They did the boom boom.
They were hunching. I didn't see it.
Yes, he got up the next morning putting clothes and stuff.
I know they put clothes on, but we ain't seen no hunching activity.
They were hunching, man. They hunch. She hunched.
But he said, you know what? I ain't gonna tell her now. I'm gonna wait until my friend come because that's gonna be the right move and stuff like that. Because my friend gonna be able to tell me, do it like this, say it like this, and I'm gonna bam, boom, boom.
And when he said his friend, I'm like you. I'm thinking it's a guy friend.
Me too.
But you're going to have another female friend.
That ain't your sister.
But just a friend.
And she look young.
Yeah. And you're going to get her to tell her, Tatiana, the bad news, per se. That's not a smart move, in my opinion.
Wendy Williams, Wendy used to always say that's less than smart. Well, she was just calling you stupid because that is less than smart.
Because now Tatiana gonna look at you with your female friend, telling her that you got a baby. The first thing Tatiana gonna say, is she the baby mama?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and you ain't telling me about that baby, but did you sleep with her?
Right.
Is you lying?
Oh yeah. Do y'all stay together? You know, because y'all real friendly. Because when she went, she was hugging her on.
She jumped on him.
Yeah. So, bruh.
And then they go show the scene and say, "Keep your hands off my man." I know he didn't tell her at that point.
I know, and y'all hunched too. And y'all, oh man, after she gave the cookies to you, and you do all of this after that. Oh man, it's gonna be bad.
Real bad.
It's gonna be bad, man. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, that's just the wrong move to do, man.
You gonna want to be a.
Then she gonna find out the whole house knew about this too. I hate it for Tatiana because she is in the blind, and I really can't fault her because what can you do if you don't know?
You don't know.
You just don't know.
So anyway, Charlie said, "Girl, Brittany, come here, girl. Let me tell you, honey. I gotta tell somebody." So Brittany said, she was telling Brittany, "Listen, I want to tell you about Tatiana, like." and Clay. Last night, the situation, whatever, I was up there laughing because I know that this man got a baby. And the reason I think Charlie said she heard it because he was talking loud.
Yeah.
And so, which is good. So the guys must have didn't tell
Right.
they girls. So anyway, so she overheard him and he was talking and he got a baby. She was like, what, girl? Yes. Like a baby, like baby, 2 months fresh at the garden, fresh baby, pushed out the womb and still got the placenta.
Man,
so fresh, 2 months.
Why you calling baby fresh like he's a head of lettuce?
They still be having that smell to them, honey. When they get about one, that smell done evaporate, honey. It's gone. Yeah, but so she was like, yeah. Charlie said everybody know but her. Now she did say everybody know but her, but evidently, I guess all the women don't know because Alexis didn't know.
Alexis didn't know. Yeah, it's
Kiki
just
don't know.
No, I think Jay knows, Charlie knows, and that's it for the women.
Oh, but yeah, so now Brittany knows, and she was like, "What?" So yeah, and she was like, "I'm glad that ain't me, Charlie." Yeah, because you told yours in the beginning, honey.
Now, I'll tell you one thing: if Alexis know, she would told.
Oh yeah, she would have told everybody.
Yeah, she got that grandma spirit kick in. Come on, baby. Talk to
she like, now listen, what secret? Yeah. So yeah, but y'all, I mean, relatively, this is a good show.
I enjoy it.
Good and messy,
yeah,
you know.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I just think the show is not getting enough love from the audience. I think because it is around summertime and everybody out in the streets and whatnot. And I don't think they have a good lead up show. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To keep people watching.
I think if they would have stuck with Ready to Love,
right,
them being, co-mingling together, then I think it would have been, so.
Yeah, they should have something like Ready to Love, one of their big shows or one of them other shows. And
we stopped doing Somebody's Son because the first episode, people wasn't picking up on it. And it may be picking up now and it may be good, but we didn't tap out. So I ain't finna tap back in. But that's it, y'all. So that's it, unless we do a live this week or some that it's got. And I mean, honestly, I got a few shows because in July they got all the King's Men, like all the Queen's Men of the Court or whatever it's called, like that. And I think that's on Peacock, so I may do that. But y'all,
have y'all seen Sinners yet?
We did watch it.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. If y'all haven't watched it, go watch it, man.
Who's gonna go watch a movie today on Valentine's? This is not Valentine's. What is this? Mother's Day. Yeah. But he took too long at the chiropractor.
Yeah, plus it's like about a storm anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go watch Sinners. And Michael B. Jordan did me personally, I think he did a wonderful job acting in that movie. Overall, the movie I enjoy. I'm probably watch it again. So
he had kissed a black woman, and I was shocked. I said, "Okay, all right." I mean, well, let's say a darker hue woman. But anyway, I wanted to say too that y'all make sure that y'all like this video. Make sure that you subscribe, and also, dang, I lost my train of thought. It has stole my.
All right. On that note, we're out of here.
I know what I was gonna say. Thank you. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and let's also keep in mind too that some mothers have lost their children, so we have to pray for them because it gets emotional for them as well, because the child that would tell them happy Mother's Day is no longer there too. So my heart and my prayers go out to you mothers that have lost mothers, but the ones that also have lost children, because to me that is of importance as well. So my heart and my prayers go out to you guys. And I know it's rough, but you will definitely get through this. So I love you, and I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
And see how we let you guys have and enjoy Mother's Day to yourselves. This is all about y'all. When Father's Day come around, I want y'all to keep that same energy. It's about us. Don't be saying, and happy Father's Day to the Mother's Day rate. No, this is Father's Day for us. Okay? So just keep it like that. But anyway, y'all be blessed and always go with God and put God first.
Deuces.
Hey!